Good day, everyone. My name is Livy Mata from the BSF 3A. My topic is about the challenges in forest governance. One of the challenges in forest governance is the illegal logging. Illegal logging is one of the anthropogenic activities made by man, that lead to deforestation and forest degradation in our forest ecosystem. According to Presidential Decree 705 in Section 68, cutting, uh, gathering, and collecting timbers uh, in the forest land without license are faced the consequences in the Executive Order um, number uh, 23 and of the 2011. So, which is the anti-illegal logging or the logging ban. So, another laws is the RA 9175, the Chainsaw Act, that regulate using the chainsaws to avoid illegal logging. So, the owner of the chainsaw are obliged to register the chainsaw units or they must be secure permits to cut timber on the E&D, which is the alienable and disposable land known as the private land. And another is the corruption and weak enforcement. So, corruption and weak enforcement, there are some or a few employees, especially in the enforcement department in the DNR, that are able to receive money from the smugglers, knowing that those timbers or logs that is coming from the forest land or protected areas. So in that way, there is a corruption, of course, because of a weak enforcement. The next one is the conflicting land use and tenure issues. So when we say tenure, so like example is the community-based forest management. So it is a national government program or strategies that involve the participation of the local communities. So these are the indigenous people, the people's organization. So the government giving the rights to these local communities to manage, protect, and conserve the resources in a sustainable manner. CBFMA is a community-based forest management agreement. So it is an agreement between the government and the local communities or the indigenous people and the people's organization. And the CBFMA, it is a renewable 25 years, renewable after 25 years. So in connecting the conflict land use and issues is we know that the land of indigenous people claims or the CADT, which is the Certificate of Ancestral Domain title. So the conflict here is the CBFMA has already existed in the CADT. So then the time comes it is declared as a protected areas by the NIPAS or the INAIPAS, the expanded National Integrated Protected Area System. Today, the RA 11038. So, as far as we know that the protected areas is just to preserve the biodiversity, not to conserve. So in these cases, there is a conflict on this. the CBFM, uh, the EPRA law, the indigenous people, and the NIPAS. And to continue this program, we must have a coordination of both parties to align those existing CBFMA in the NIPAS or in IPAS. So, in order to continue their goals for sustainable development and sustainable ecosystem services. The last one is the climate change impact. When climate change impact are also a big problem due to deforestation and forest degradation. So there is no trees can be sequestrates the carbon emissions in the atmosphere. So to address these issues, as a future foresters, it is our accountability to protect and preserve our biodiversity for the present and for the future generation. And that would be all my part. Thank you.